We keep waiting for it to end. Every season, there's a new narrative, a new heir apparent, a new, this is finally the year Novak slows down. And it's been happening more and more year to year since 2022, because somehow at 38 years old, Novak Djokovic is back in another Australian Open final. Not just any final either. He got there by beating the defending champion, Jannik Sinner. The same Jannik Sinner who's had Novak's number the past 3 years. The same Sinner who's been labeled one of the most complete players on tour. And the same Sinner who many people picked to win this entire tournament. 5 sets in absolute war, 4+ hours of momentum swings, tactical adjustments, and mental torture. And when it mattered most, Novak pulled through. And the match wasn't supposed to go this way. Novak hadn't won a set since the 3rd round of the tournament. Sinner came in with confidence. Recent wins over Novak especially help him. A booming serve, cleaner baseline power, youth on his side, and tennis fans are ready for a changing of the guard at this point. But here's something that Novak still has in him. You can't beat him by playing great tennis for 2 sets in a Grand Slam. You have to beat him by playing great tennis, perfect tennis, for 5 sets. And nobody is perfect for 5 against Novak. Sinner played well, threw everything at him. Early aggression, heavy forehands, the classic Sinner style. And even when Novak looked flat, even when his movement wasn't the best, even when his serve dipped, he stayed connected. He stayed present, locked in. And he dragged Sinner into longer rallies, uncomfortable patterns, slow psychological grind where Djokovic lives. And by the 4th and 5th sets, you could see it. Sinner wasn't losing because he played badly. He was losing because Djokovic had once again dragged a top player into deep water and calmly watched them drown. It's the greatness. We've seen it before in Federer and Nadal, but Novak doesn't just beat players. He outlasts their belief. He absorbs their best tennis, waits for the emotional drop, and then surgically takes control. He changes return positions, alters rally tolerance, finds backhand angles no one else sees. And when pressure hits, he becomes colder than anyone who's ever held a racket. It wasn't just another semifinal. This is a statement for the rest of the year, the rest of the season, that these journalists need to stop asking him about retirement and start asking about if he could make world number 1 again. How could he surpass the 25 number? A reminder that Novak Djokovic is still the ultimate problem in men's tennis. And now we head into the final. And who's in front of him? Well, Carlos Alcaraz. Another face of the future. A player everyone wants to crown next. But remember, if you watched Carlos's semifinals against Zverev, he didn't look fully right. Cramping, fatigue, nerves, whatever it was, he looked compromised. His movement wasn't as explosive. His forehand sprayed at key moments. His body language dipped. And against Novak, especially Novak right now, those tiny cracks might become massive openings. Because Djokovic doesn't rush, he waits. And Novak will make Carlos defend, stretch points, force him into uncomfortable exchanges. He'll test his patience, his lungs, and his emotional control. And I think if this match goes long, it actually favors Novak, which comes into the prediction. Novak Djokovic in 5 sets for the Australian Open champion. Not because Carlos isn't brilliant, but because this is Novak Djokovic on Rod Laver Arena. It's what he does. And this tournament, he's starting to show it now. He's been here too many times. He understands exactly how to manage a Grand Slam final. Things like the pacing, the energy, the momentum swings. in ways that no one else on tour truly does. And because history is staring us in the face, I think this is gonna be slam number 25. A number that really separates him permanently, not just from his rivals, but from the entire history of the sport. You know, people argue about greatness, they debate eras, surfaces, aesthetics, speed, but at some point the results become too overwhelming to ignore. Another Australian Open final, another 5-set epic victory over an elite opponent, another chance to extend an already untouchable legacy. You don't have to like Novak, but you do have to respect what you're watching. It's not longevity, it's not luck. It's sustained excellence at a level tennis has never seen before. And on Sunday, we might witness it again. Novak Djokovic, Grand Slam final, history on the line, once more, and this is why he's called the Undisputed.